Story time about why I left my baby daddy after he got sentenced to 75 years to life. Let me ask y'all a question. If your kid's fathers get sentenced to this many years in prison, are you even entertaining this? Now, this girl right here, she actually entertained it, and she stuck it out for a couple years or so. I would assume this happened in years of time because the amount of stuff she was saying, I can't believe. I don't know if this is just happening every week or she just been, I don't know, but 75 years to life? Let's get into this story. But before we do, this is the name of the content creator. So if you want to follow her on TikTok, this is where you can go find her if you want to find out more information outside of the information that you will see in this here video. So go check her out. Now for the rest of y'all, let's get into the story time.
Hey, y'all, story time about how I left my baby father when he got sentenced in jail to 75 years to life. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I'm going to give y'all all the events that led up to me leaving him and girl, boy, just know, think it's crazy. Now, I'm 30 now. I want to stop my baby father when I was like 20, maybe 19. He was younger than me, not too much. Yeah, 2 years younger than me. But, being that we were still young, he was still in the streets, he still like hanging out. That should have been a red flag right there. Or the red flag should have been when we did do what it do for the first time, and I had my period. Now, the first event, I remember I had to pop up on him one time, and I saw him, like he had restaurants across the street from his building, and I seen him and a female walking inside the restaurant. He had on all white, she had on all white. It was sometime, but I'm looking at my cousin, and I'm like, who was that? Now, keep in mind, I was young, so yes, I did pop-ups. Yes, I went through phones. Would not recommend, do not do it, ladies. Keep in mind, I said I go through phones for later. So I see them walking in the restaurant, so I'm like, yo, who is that? So you know me, what any other female would do, they go in the restaurant. So I went in the restaurant, and I see them sitting, at the table. So I walk up to the table, and I'm like, hello, like, who is this? What are y'all doing? I didn't even give him, a chance to respond. I was just so mad. It was, a glass of water on the table. I just picked it up, and I threw it on him. That nigga was drenched. He was soaked, and I just walked out. So, he calling me, blowing me up, yo, you did all that for nothing. What is you doing? I'm not even on a date. That's a fiend. For people who don't know what fiends is, that's, people that do drugs. You playing with my intelligence right now? You trying to say you, people that do drugs? Because I don't do drugs. And when I say thing, that's hard drugs. That's not weed or anything. That's hard drugs, crack, coke, whatever. I'm like, well, are you telling me you sell drugs? And if you do sell drugs, you selling drugs over dinner? What are you doing? Anyways, any dumb BITCH would do, because I was a dumb BITCH. I thought I forgave him and stuff like that. Second event, we in his house. It got to the point where I was at his house more than I was at my own house. So one night we laying down, and he was before I met him, I guess he was dealing with. I found out that he was dealing with another female that was living in a building next to him and things like that. I mean, of course, I thought it was over. I didn't even think it was nothing serious or whatever. But that night I was in his house. We was laying down. He had went to sleep. Now remember, I said I go through phones. So he went to sleep, and from that incident with the restaurant, at that point, it was I don't trust you, so I need to see if you're doing anything else, because I need to know if I need to leave you or not. But do you think I left? No, I was still a dumb BITCH. So I went through the man's phone, and of course, I see the message from the girl that live in the building next to him, and I'm like, what are y'all talking about? So I'm going through the messages, and of course, it's messages. She's talking about, oh, I'm horny, da-da-da. But of course, y'all know what she wanted him to do for her. So at this point, remember, he sleeps, so I text her from his phone, yo, what's up? You see me with him before. You know I'm his girl now. Why are you still trying to get in his drawers? So I basically told her, yo, bitch, stop texting my nigga phone. Period. Y'all done. I'm with him now. Bitch, get over it. Now, keep in mind, I said he sleeps, so he don't know nothing that's going on. I'm texting her, me and her going back and forth, we arguing. After that, I delete the message. So now I'm laying down watching TV or whatever, and 20 minutes later, I hear a knock at the door. So now I'm looking did this bitch just come over here, or is that somebody else? Come back for part 2, y'all, because, girl. All right, y'all, part 2 to my story about how I left my baby daddy when he got sentenced to 75 years to life in jail. Now, remember, me and the girl was going back and forth. I heard the knock at the door. So I'm thinking to myself, I know it ain't who I think it is. So I tap my baby daddy, and I'm like, yo, somebody's at your door. Go see who it is. Now, the only reason why I didn't go to the door and get it because I didn't know if it was her or like I didn't know if it was like somebody there for him. So I woke him up and I'm like, yo, go check that. Now, remember, I said he's sleeping through all of this, so he don't know what's going on. So he goes to the door and he answers the door, and I want to say maybe like about 1 minute later, I hear her voice. She's yelling, 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 yelling. So now at this point, I'm putting my shit on. I'm like, hold on. This bitch got some balls. Because why you coming to my nigga house? So he at the door. He like, yo, I don't even know what's going on. I was asleep. I just woke up. Let me go back there and ask her, like, what's up? Stay right here. Told her to stay in the hallway. But y'all know that girl ain't stay in the hallway. So she follows him in the house to the back in the room where I was at. And at that point, I'm over it. I'm like, yo, like, now I want to fight. Because, like, what you really doing? Like, you doing too much. Like, you would have thought this was your nigga. Or is it your nigga? And I just don't know. Now, but for real, though, so we fought. And, like, you know, he in the middle of us breaking us up and stuff like that. So after we was done fighting, I seen her phone had dropped on the floor. So I looked down, picked up her phone. And y'all know what I did with it? I threw that shit out the window. And I told her, bitch, go fetch. Go get that shit. Now, I'm going to get this girl name. Let's call her Susie because Susie comes back up in the story. And Susie, if you see this video today, Susie, just know, Susie.
What?
Don't ever try that shit again. I forgot if I said it in part one, but I was always at his house more than I was at my own house. But at that point, I'm like, you know what? I'm going back home because you playing with me and I don't got time. Like, you're not about to make me go to jail because you want to be out here swinging motherfucking dick. But remember, I told you I'm a dumb BITCA, so eventually I took the nigga back, started staying back at his house, and baby, the third event, it was another female from the area that I found out that he was dealing with. And I'm like, yo, like, it's not females all up, like, yo, like, I can't even get my words out. Because why you only dealing with, I mean, I know it's convenient pussy, but baby, you got pussy all over the world. Like, why you choosing this area? Anyways, I had, went to his house one time, and I guess it was a pop-up because he was doing something. I felt like I told him I was coming, but I guess not. So I get to his house and knocking on the door. He's not answering. Calling his phone, he's not answering. But I know he in there because I hear the TV on. You in the house. Now, remember I said this was another girl from his area. So, you know, I seen her before, seen her, how much she lived with her mother, so seen her mother run away before. Now, I guess as they in there, whatever, she hear me knocking on the door. Mind you, I'm knocking on the door, yelling, screaming, like, open this fucking door. I know you in there, da 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 da. So at that point, I guess she calls her mother. They lived in the same building, or the next building, whatever the fuck it was. And like, I want to say maybe like 10 minutes later, I see her mother coming off the elevator. Now at that point, I'm on go mode, like, because I fight old ladies too. I fight babies, I fight old ladies, I fight whoever. I'm just kidding. But yeah, at that point, I'm like, I'm looking at her and I'm like, what is she doing here? She don't live in this building. Or at least if she do, she don't live on this floor. Whole time the girl was inside. I guess she was scared. So she called her mother to come get her. So the girl come out the door and her mother like, I don't know why you messing with him. Like, you knew he had a girlfriend, and then you get yourself in these type of situations, and you call me to get you out of it. Like, stop dealing with him, da 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 da. And I'm just looking at her like, oh, but you so lucky. I got respect for my elders because I probably would have fucked you up if your mother wasn't here. You came out by yourself. So of course, you know me, like a dumb BITCH that I am, I forgive him, whatever. And I want to say maybe like a month later, I came back up and we was talking about it. And he basically was like clowning her. He was like, yo, yeah, because you had the girl hiding in the closet. I told you stop doing stuff like that. No, you should stop doing stuff like that because I wouldn't have to have nobody out in the closet if you wasn't swinging dick. So those situations happen. And let's talk about when he went to prison. I feel like the story is all over the place, but I'm just giving y'all all of it that led up to why I left him. Now, when he first got arrested, you know, I was like, doing my visits and stuff like that, because we were still together and things like that. Now, y'all remember Susie, right? Do y'all remember Susie? Yeah, come back with part 3 because Susie, don't play with me, yo. All right, y'all, this is my part 3 to why I left my baby daddy when he got sentenced to 75 years to life in jail. Now, this part not going to be that long because I'm getting ready for work. I'm running late, but I got y'all. So remember I said he went to prison. This is the first time he got locked up or whatever, and like before he got sentenced and all that. So we were still together. He calling me. I'm making my visits and things like that. All right, y'all. So I remember I went to see him one day. I went to visit him, and you only can have one visit per day. Like you can't have 2 visits. You can't have 3 visits. Only one visitor per day, and that's that. So, I walk in the building. Mind you, the CEOs, they all, like they don't know me, but they used to see my face for coming to see him. So I'm in there giving my ID, telling them who I'm here to see and things like that. And after they, while they registering me, they like, oh, he had a visitor ready for today. So now I'm looking, I'm like, a visitor? They like, yeah, they in there right now. So now at this point, I'm like, who the fuck is visiting my man? So me, I'm like, all right, thank you. Walked out, waited outside, because now I'm not leaving. I need to see who walk out here. If it's a familiar face, a face that I don't know, because if I don't know you, then I'm not going to know you visit him. So now at this point, I'm calling his mother, calling his father, calling his sister. Once they pick up, I hung up. Because if you answer the phone, that means you're not on a visit because you can't take your phones inside. So I want to say maybe like about an hour later, I'm waiting outside. The visit's done. Waiting to see who come out. And y'all, guess who I see come out the building? Guess who I see come out the building?
Susie.
Y'all, why Susie walk out that building? Now, Susie.
She the main chick.
Nah, I'm sorry, I gotta cut this short,
Why?
but I'm gonna let y'all know what happened in part 4. Y'all, this right here, please don't tell me y'all fought at the jail. That is so funny. Y'all. I'm crying. Yo, and I'm a little smack off the Don Julio, so don't mind me, y'all, because I'm gonna be laughing this whole video because it's just so fucking funny and so like I just can't believe it because it's like, yo, you really play with me. All right, so look, I told y'all I saw Susie coming out the building, and at that point I'm looking like, I know my mom's not playing tricks on me. Like I know my mind is not playing on me. I'm like, hold on, is that Susie? Susie just got a twin? Is it her mother that she look like? At this point, I don't even know if it looks like a mother. But, yo. So she walks out, and I walk up to her, and I'm like, Susie, why you... I don't remember the exact words, but I just know I said something to her. And after that, y'all already knew what happened. I decked her. Like, we started fighting. Now... as we fighting, mind you, y'all, we fighting in front of the jail. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. No correctional officers came out. No police officers came. Mind you, this jail was right up the block from the courthouse. So you got correctional officers, you got court officers, you got mad shit. Nobody came. I felt like that was God saying, girl, you deserve to beat her ass. So, I don't know. I'm from New York City. So, all my New York girlies, y'all know when the Puma wedges was out. Y'all know when the Puma wedges was, we had our time with the wedges. So, as we fighting, she bit my thumb. I don't know. I kind of feel like the mark on my thumb is still there. She bit my thumb so hard when I decked her, and I guess she must have opened her mouth like, no why you biting? I mean, ain't no rules in fighting, but the bitch bit me, so I'm like, what the fuck? So whatever, she bited me or whatever. After we fought, I don't know who broke us up. I think the correctional officers came out and broke us up. Somebody broke us up. But all I know is, after I looked down, bitch, why every time I look, Susie, why every time I look down, I'm gonna stop calling you a bitch because I'm a woman and I don't like when people call me bitches unless I'm actually being a bitch. But Susie, no funny shit. Why every time we fought? Well, this was only the second time, but the first time you dropped your phone, the second time you came out your shoe like you was doing something. Yo, y'all, I can laugh about it now because I'm over it. But, even if I see Susie to this day, it's no smoke because it's I don't got no feelings for my baby daddy no more. But it's just funny when you think about it and you go back and you be like, yo, y'all really tried me. But yeah, y'all, so after the fight or whatever, after the fight, they broke it up and I looked down and I seen she came out with her shoes. So I took the shoe with me. I picked it up. Yeah, I picked it up. Bitch, come chase me and come get it. So I took the shoe with me. I took it home with me. And when I got home, I see one of her friends writing me. Why are you writing me? The friend talking about some, oh, that was my shoes. She was wearing my shoes. I would appreciate you. I would appreciate if you give me my shoe back. Hold on, Susie. So you was going to see my nigga in somebody else's shoe? Yo!
What is wrong with this
Nah,
girl?
y'all gotta come back for the next part because I need to tell y'all what I told the girl, but I told Susie friend, but I'm smacked right now, so I don't know. I'm gonna try to give y'all the next part when I get in the house, but I got y'all. And let me not forget to add this part. My baby daddy called me like literally like the same day. Like, yo, he didn't even say, at that point, he didn't even say, like, yo, what you doing? Why you do that? He basically was like, yo, this bitch is crazy. Like, the only reason why I didn't, because somebody else had said in the comments, like, oh, he could have rejected it. And I asked him that, too, because I knew you could have rejected it. And he like, oh, the only reason why I didn't reject it is because I thought it was you. You know, you was, like, the only person that was coming to see me. So at that point, when they came and said, oh, Murphy, you got a visitor. I don't know if I should have said his last name, but when they was like, oh, you got a visitor, I just immediately hurried up, hopped in the shower, and got dressed. I thought it was, he like, when I got downstairs, I thought it was her, and I was like, but you didn't kick her out neither. You didn't say, yo, I don't want this visit neither. You was still there for the hour.
He in prison.
But yeah, that's why, I mean, that's
He's in
what
prison.
his side was to her visiting him and shit like that. And y'all, let me not forget to add, he was clowning her too, because he was like, yo, yeah, like they had, in the jail, they had windows that like face the front where you could see the visitors coming in and out. So he like, yo, he was like, yeah, like my he was like, yo, my niggas was telling me like, yo, they saw you out the window kicking her ass and shit like that. And then he even said like, yo, yeah, the COs, the correctional officers came inside like, yo, so and so, your baby mother is out there fighting like. And he like, I asked him like, yo, why you ain't stop that shit? They like, nah, we let her get at her because we know, like, why you coming to see him? And I'm like, yo, y'all is some messy motherfuckers. But yo, come back for the next part because Puma Wedge and her friend, I'm gonna tell you what happened with that. Y'all clearly tired because you got people in the comments talking about 75 years sums it up. No need to explain, Buki. You know what, Buki? You're absolutely right. So this is part 5, and this is the last part. So now, remember, I told y'all after we fought, I took the girl boot home, and her friend called me. Her friend called me saying those are her shoes. She want me to give her shoe back. Da da da. So at that point, I'm telling the girl, like, oh, well, I threw the shoe in the garbage. And I told her what street the shoe was on. And I told her, if you want it, you got to go get it out the trash can.
Oh, my God.
After that, never responded to them. I don't know if they went to go get the shoe out the trash can or what. Now, that part is over about Susie. I mean, I'm pretty sure him and Susie were still talking. At that point, I didn't even care no more. Like, I was drained. But I was still, that's my son's father. So, of course, I'm still go see him, take my son to see him, whatever. Now, the next event, and more than likely this was like the last event where I was just like, you know what? I'm fed up. I'm done. F you. I'm out. So, they switched him to another prison, and I'm going to visit him, y'all. So, I got my son with me, y'all. Me and my son is online going to visit this man. Y'all hear me? I said me and my son. Now, as we on the line, getting ready to go in and things like that, this is on the outside at that. Like, this is before you go through the metal detectives and all shit like that. There's 2 girls on the line. One of them, I say what's up to. And the other one, I guess it was one that he was dealing with. So, me and my son, we online, but we behind them. Like, they in front. So, the girl that I know that's with the girl, I guess, that was dealing with my baby father, she comes up to me, and this bitch had the nerve to ask me, Ashanti, who you here to see? Who I'm here to see? With my son? Now I feel like y'all bitches is playing with me. What you mean who I'm here to see my son? I'm like, duh. His father. Like, who else? She like, oh, okay. I guess the girl that was with her was going to see him. And I'm like, y'all, At that point, I'm not leaving. Bitch, you leave. This is my kid. This is his father. Bitch, you leave. I'm not leaving. Y'all think that girl left? Y'all. And at this point, it's like, you know what? I'm tired of making scenes. I'm not going to make a scene. This girl really stayed at the prison. Because at this prison, well, all prisons, but you could have like up to 3 visitors at one time. Like, they got to go together to on a visit. So the girl was like, I'm going on a visit with you and your son. And I'm looking like, yo, that ass. Y'all, the girl went on the visit with me and my fucking son. Y'all. At that point, I was like, you know what? And I have my son. So I'm like, I can't even get crazy. Like, yo, you that ass? So now we get on a visit, get to the side where we. So he comes out and he see all 3 of us sitting and he see me, my son, and the girl. So now he looking like, what the fuck? Y'all, when I tell y'all he comes out and he blacks on her, I don't know if he thought that was supposed to make me feel good. I don't know if he actually meant it, but these was his exact words. He came out and said, bitch, what the fuck is you doing? Like, you tripping. Like, you bugging the fuck out. If you saw her and my son coming to visit me, why the fuck wouldn't you leave? Like, why the fuck you gonna come on a visit with her? Like, is you dumb? Y'all, she got up and she left. She left. And me and my son stayed for the rest of the visit. She got up and she left. So after the visit, she was still out there waiting, to leave because I think we all got to leave at the same time.
What?
So me and my son, we go outside and we sitting there. And I hear in the back talking to the other girl like, oh, yeah, like, he's just doing that just to make her feel happy or whatever the fuck the bitch said. He said, watch, she's going to call me and apologize. And I'm looking at her like, huh? You can have him, sis. You can have him. You take that 75 years to life bid with him and you fucking take care of him. And at this point, come be a fucking stepmother too, because baby, I need help with his son. At this point, come on, bring it on. Like, I don't care no more. But I mean, yeah, y'all, that's my part to my story. I left my baby daddy when he got 75 years to life in jail.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of hard for me to hold my commentary to the end, so I'm sorry if I was interrupting in between and I couldn't hear what she was saying at times. I'm sorry, I was kind of like blown away. Who's gonna tell this girl that in order to come visit a person in prison, you have to be physically put on the visitation list by the inmate? You can't just show up and just say, I'm here to see such and such. They're gonna be like, okay, cool. And they're gonna check to see if you're on a visitation list. And if you're not on a visitation list approved by the inmate, then you're not coming. But who's gonna tell her this? Like, who's gonna tell her that the inmate baby daddy actually the one who put the girl on the list? And secondly, y'all fighting over y'all fighting over a man with 75 years to life. That's life. She said she was 30 in the beginning. She'll be 105 when he get out. I don't think she gonna be here. Would you stick around for that? I would personally tell anybody if I got 75 years to life, just go ahead and drop me off. Don't even talk to me no more. You're doing the time with him, and at this point, it ain't even fun. Like, it wasn't fun from the jump. But the fact that you're fighting at the prison for a man with 75 years to life, and I get it, he has a kid, that's his child. Salute to her for showing up to the prison and actually trying to keep the son involved in his life. But let me ask y'all a serious question: would you stick around for 75 years with a man that just went to prison, even though you have his child? Let me know in the comment section. Salute to her. This is crazy. Until the next video, y'all, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hold on, wait, before I forget, because I did notice that the girl didn't even tell us, like, what he got charged for. So this is what he got charged for, y'all. So this is how he ended up getting 75 years to life. Seems like he had a couple conspiracy charges, a little robbery charge, a little unaliving charge. So yeah, that's why he got locked up. So for those who were interested in that, I was kind of looking for that the whole video. She ended up doing it after part 5, so I ended up snagging just a picture of it. So if you want to see the video of what she actually said, go to the video. It's just a lot. It's very long-winded.